Hello, Growth Gang. I have a very important question to ask you because this is going to change the way that you move, even just today. I want you to ask yourself what story you're choosing to run with today, because you are going to act in accordance to that story. So if the story is business is slow, I don't love my clients, things aren't really moving, sales aren't really happening, whatever the story is, you're going to act like that. You're going to mirror like that. You're going to show up like that. And I've seen this myself time and time and time again. And I gave this example to my Revolution girls a little while ago, because we are chatting everything in there in terms of like sleep and movement and mindset and all of the human elements as well as the business strategy. And I said to them, I woke up and we get up at 4:20 every day to train, and it's early. It's early. And even though we go to bed at literally like 7:30 at the moment, it's like 7 o'clock. We're like, is it too early? 7:38, we are in bed, we're falling asleep, and I wake up in the morning, and most mornings I'm tired. I'm not like bounding out of bed like, oh my gosh, I like full tank, I'm energized and I'm like bouncing off the walls. A lot of the time the first kind of thought is, oh my gosh, I'm tired. And that's the thought that I was running with for so long, where the minute my alarm went off, I would literally say in my head, I'm so tired, I'm so tired, I'm so tired, I'm so tired. And what's really interesting is that then you go through the day going, I'm so tired, I'm so tired, I'm so tired. And then you act like that. Now, it's not to say that you're not tired, but it's like, what story do you actually want to choose to continue to think? What thought pattern do you want to continue to play out during the day? Because it will be completely different the way that you move. So then I go to the gym. If I'm thinking I'm so tired, I'm probably not going to pick the highest calorie option out of the two options for the Echo Bike, for example. Or I'm probably not going to think that I can lift as heavy, or I'm not going to try to go as hard, or even like placebo vibes, where if I'm like, oh my God, I'm so tired, if I go then to lift weights in whatever way I am, it's probably going to feel extra heavy just because in my head I'm going, I'm so tired. And that's just one example of 1 hour in the morning. Imagine if you wake up and you go, nothing is happening in my business, nothing is moving, nothing is working, and I just can't see anything moving. Nothing is happening, right? Sales, clients, engagement, whatever, nothing's happening. Do you think that then you would be really excited to show up and show up in content, or show up in the podcast, or show up in your coaching containers, or chat to clients, or further innovate? Do you think you would show up in the first place, but also would you show up in the quote unquote right frequency? As in, would you show up being like, fuck yeah, let's go. Like, I'm so excited and let's jump into this, and like, fuck yeah. Probably not. If the story is nothing is moving in business and it feels really fucking hard, and like things are just slow, and there's no sales and there's no money and blah, 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 right? Go down that thought path. Watch how you show up. And then imagine if you flip that on its head and you were like, I'm just going to decide today that today's going to be incredible. And what if a client could sign today? And what if I just had to show up, be authentically me, do my thing, and not even know if sales are coming in or out? It doesn't matter. Like, how are you going to act then? What if you then took it to the extreme, the extreme opposite, where it's like, I am the best at what I do. The best. I am the go-to. If anyone has this problem, I'm the person. I am the woman. I am the one. I'm the shit. I'm the top dog. I'm the leader. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I can make anything happen in my business and in my life. I can see any outcome. I will get anything I want. I will make anything happen. Go down that thought path and watch how you show up. So just take a good hot sec to be like, how am I actually showing up? Because what a really cool thing is especially if you're a coach, if you are in whatever kind of phase in business right now, if things are slow or you're seeing a dip or you're pivoting or you know those kind of phases, right? And if you're in one, you'll be like, me sis, I'm in it right now. What I always think when I'm in those phases is right now, I'm actually creating a story that in the future, I'm going to be telling my coaching clients about. So in the future, I'm going to say, hey, in 2024, in April, things were really slow and nothing was moving. There were no sales. And then guess what happened? I continued showing up. I continued believing in myself. I continued being authentic. I continued leaning into mentorship. I continued learning as much as I possibly could. This is the exact strategy that I used. And then in June, I did a 20K month. That's the story that you're currently creating. So the way that you're actually responding to wherever your business is at right now, you're currently writing the story that you're going to tell one day. What do you want it to say? Do you want it to say, oh, things were really hard and I actually just didn't show up. I tapped out and I did not show up ever. Didn't show up once for myself, my business. Everything went down the drain. And it took me another 18 months until I started to see some real returns again. Because I just didn't believe in myself and I just didn't do anything. Like, that's going to be a story in itself, sure, totally. But you get to decide, like, what do you want your story to be? Like, I want mine to be like, yeah, it was so fucking hard. And you wouldn't even believe the challenges that came along during that period. But like, look what I did with it. And look how I responded to it in that moment because I knew I had a choice. Because I listened to this podcast and this crazy girl said to write the story, rewrite the story. I think it's really important because as a coach and as a leader and as a business owner, you're a role model and people are being expanded by you. Your coaching clients want in because they want a part of who you are, what you stand for, what your life looks like, the way that you move, the way your brain works. They want a part of that. So by you actually being an expander for yourself, you're being that for your clients. And then in the future, when you're telling the story of April 2024, you're going to be able to give them a really cool story. It's like, wow, if you're in the thick of it right now, you're currently writing the plot. Like, remember in storytelling when you'd learn it in like primary school and it'd be like, oh, I can't remember the exact things, but it's like the orientation where it's like who, where, what, how, why, whatever it is, like name, place, location vibes. And then it's like the disaster, everything turns to shit. And then it's the resolution. That's the most basic story, right? That's what a story is. Think of any movie, any book, any famous person, any celebrity, any top dog in business, anyone. Think of any human walking on planet Earth. That's the story. That's how stories work. Right now, you're in the thick of it. You're in that middle part. The resolution's about to come and it's going to come sooner. The sooner that you move towards it by writing the story and by choosing the story that you want to run with today.